Hey guys, I decided I'm gonna make another video, which I'm doing right now. The reason why is because I need to tell you another Disney related topic related to Phineas and Ferb. How many of you out there remember Phineas and Ferb, right? You know that one that one popular classic in today's culture Disney show from 2007? Raise their hand. I'm kidding. Well, if you want to raise your hand, do in the comments. But yeah, I'm just messing with you all. Everyone knows Phineas and Ferb, the most inventous related action adventure comedy relate. Well, you know Phineas and Ferb. I don't need to explain. But let me tell you, because the impact of Phineas and Ferb brought to us since 2007 has changed culture as a whole forever. And well, basically, it's popular. Come on, this is Phineas and Ferb. You know what I'm talking about here, guys. I know Phineas and Ferb because I used to see it since day one and followed it all the way to the final series, and all that jazz. It's pretty obvious. I don't need to explain it. Because you know Phineas and Ferb, I know Phineas and Ferb. We were all children when we saw it. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. And this video is going to be a quick little video on the history of Phineas and Ferb as well as the 2024 revival. But first, just to get the latter out of the way, so guys, did you know that in 1993, Phineas and fuck it, I'll just bring it up. So the thing is, Phineas and Ferb has actually been in development hell since 1993 by Dan Pulvenmeyer and Swampy Marsh. The thing is that the Phineas and Ferb wasn't their first project they worked on. They actually worked on other projects as producers and all that stuff, such as The Simpsons and later on Rocko's Modern Life. What started them to make Phineas and Ferb is what started them to create Phineas and Ferb was because the acknowledgement of Rocko's Modern Life, given that show on Nickelodeon was all wacky and silly and everything, plus the musical numbers and stuff, and which gave Swampy and Dan a good idea that that's what we want the show to be like. So in 1993, they came up with the idea of Phineas and Ferb. And if you want to know a little more, you can go online and look up the history of Phineas and Ferb, like the development history of Phineas and Ferb, which will show you concept art and documentary and pitches and other stuff of how Phineas and Ferb came to be. So yeah. There even exists a pilot, there even exists an early pilot of the roller coaster episode, which is similar to the roller coaster episode but different. It's somewhere out there. I recommend you guys go look it up. But anyways, just to brash this out of the way, and I think I said this would start for Force of Evil or something, but given Phineas and Ferb is more recognizable, and has more of an impact and kind of survived Disney's reign of terror despite being canceled. Well, I'm not gonna judge the other Disney shows like Gravity Falls and Star First. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm only gonna talk about Phineas and Ferb and all that stuff. I'll talk about the other Disney shows and their development next time. So don't take this the wrong way. It's just given how this world is becoming nowadays, yeah, but we're not going to get too dramatic here because, no YouTube dramas necessary all the time. But I'll talk about the other Disney shows next time when I get the chance. But yeah, basically in 1993, they came up with Phineas and Ferb, and I think in 1995 or whatever, or something. Basically in the late 1990s, before when Disney picked it up, did you know that they were going to pitch the show to other studios, including Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Fox Family Entertainment. However, those companies turned down Phineas and Ferb because, given how Phineas and Ferb is a bit low, risky and high up there with all the inventions and creations and other quirky stuff, yeah, it was just too much for Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Fox Family Entertainment kids to handle. So that's why they turned it down. If you want to know why Phineas and Ferb was turned down by other studios, then you can look up for more information. But that's basically what I want. I know this because I watched a video that described it, and that's kind of how I know that it was pitched to other studios, but they rejected it because Phineas and Ferb just featured too much storyline between with Phineas and Ferb and Perry the Platypus and whatnot. So the other studios like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Fox, for example, had to turn it down. So basically, at the time, Jeff Swampy Marsh and Dan Pulvenmeyer were basically in a pile of do shit because no company wanted Phineas and Ferb because it featured too much storyline as well as high risk of cost. So basically, they were in a puddle of shit and they thought it was all over. However, that is until Disney came along when they heard of Phineas and Ferb and were like, hey, you know what? If we'll introduce ourselves, we're the Walt Disney Company. I bet you are Jeff Swampy Marsh and Dan Pulvenmeyer. What do you got right there? Obviously, I'm pretending that I'm Disney, and actually, I'm not sure how they approached this. Either they had the last attempt for them to show it to Disney, thinking it gets picked up, or Disney approached them. But basically, Disney looked at the pitch documentary, and the creators were shivering in fear, hoping it gets picked up, or like again, Disney came to them and being like, "Oh, what is this? Phineas and Ferb," and just like that, Disney liked the of how Phineas and Ferb was set up, the storyline, the plot, the risky inventions, all that stuff, and so just like that, Disney greenlit Phineas and Ferb, and yeah, that's kind of what happened. When all hope was lost, Disney came through in the end and appreciated Phineas and Ferb, picked up the rights, and boom, this is where we are today. And yeah, which started off in 2007 and ended in 2015. Months exactly, I think August or the summer of 2007 to I think June 16th, 2015. Although 1 year later, it did have a spin-off related to Perry the Platypus and his gang in 2016, and then I think 2 years later, between 2018 and 2019, the creators made a Phineas and Ferb crossover with Milo Murphy's Law, which is a new show made by Dan and Swampy since 2016, which again resulted in 2018 and 2019 Phineas and Ferb to have a crossover with them. So basically, even after Phineas and Ferb was canceled, it kind of wasn't canceled because again, a Perry the Platypus spinoff in 2016 with a crossover in 2018 and 2019. So yeah, kind of feels weird by me saying that because we haven't gotten this show ever since 2015, but it's true on my words what I'm saying. So anyways, one more thing, in 2024. Sorry guys. Like I said, my mom's kind of next door doing her work, and I don't want to be disruptive and all that jazz. So I'll make this brief as it is. So in February, I think, or oh my god, actually I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. Sorry that the quality's not going to be good, but I'll show you guys. But after I show you guys, this might worry me because, well, for reasons. What I'll show you. So today is. Oh my god. Okay. Get ready. Oh, you guys can't see that.
First day of our new Phineas Writers Room. And this morning, after months of very thoughtful conversations about how I can delegate and how I can schedule so that I can run both shows without it just completely destroying me, my usually very reserved producer, Brandy,
Oh yeah, I also forgot that Dan would also go on to produce another show known as Superhero Girl and Hamster. I'm not too sure what it's called, something like it. But we're talking about Phineas and Ferb here, which is the real gem.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go!
Whoa, that's loud. Oh, I totally forgot, guy. Basically, to sum up the context of that video, basically Dan is somewhat in a way announcing that Phineas and Ferb will be returning in a college kind of theme, kind of standard. That's basically what I'm showing you guys. As the announcement says, Phineas and Ferb, baby, we're back for a revival feature Disney Plus. It wasn't a trailer, but it was a feature sneak peek of Phineas and Ferb returning. That's basically what I want to show you guys. There's these other videos too, but given I'm past the 10-minute mark, yeah. But if you want, look them up, and you'll look up Phineas and Ferb Reboot, and it'll give you these results that Phineas and Ferb is coming back, baby. Oh yeah. Alright. Which brings me into a problem which I've kind of seen from a title of a video. I didn't watch it, but I've seen a title of a video titled, "Is Phineas and Ferb Doomed? 2024 Revival Predictions." Yeah, this reboot won't come until 2024, which brings us some problematic issues. Given today's age of how everything is all acting and how everything with technology is going on nowadays compared with 2007 when Phineas and Ferb started, which brings up lots of concerns. Yeah, when it was 2007, Phineas and Ferb felt fresh and new and could change the public eye. But now that we're in the 2020s, people fear that Phineas and Ferb may not bring that impact culture for long, given we're in the 2020s where we're basically close to the future, which is why there's some videos expressing concern of Phineas and Ferb 2024, if it's going to bring good to the Phineas and Ferb community, or bring good to the culture of the world, or all that jazz. And And I'm kind of worried about this too, because who knows how this can go down, especially that this is going to come next year and stuff. I mean, I'm not going to blame Disney or Dan or Swampy for any of this. It's just a scary kind of feeling of how this will be, given again this was the 2020s, where compared back in the 2000s things were different and Phineas and Ferb felt new and fresh and everything. Even the 2010s it still hold up, even though the 2010s was getting to Phineas and Ferb until cancellation in 2015. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to bring my concern about. It's just who knows for sure, but I kind of expect that the Phineas and Ferb 2024 revival will be somewhat of a unique success and might possibly hold up the same impact as the original did. But that's kind of what I'm hoping for, to cross my fingers if it's somewhat even more successful as its original counterpart was. And as I mentioned to you guys before, according to the pictures I've seen, not pictures on Google, but the backgrounds and stuff made by creators and stuff, well, it's basically confirmed that yeah, the reboot will feature Phineas and Ferb and his friends in college doing college related stuff, and I can probably assume that that's where they want to make things fun there or something, or whatever, something like it. And of course, as you know, Perry the Platypus catching Doofenshmirtz as his usual kind of ordeal and stuff. But yeah, that's basically what the plot of the reboot is gonna be about, as I'm seeing right here and whatnot. So again, if you want to know more, look up of the reboot. I guarantee you, it's telling you the truth of what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, that's what I gotta make of this here. So yeah, I'm past that 10-minute mark, guys. You know the drill. I already said in the last video a few minutes ago before I uploaded it. So take care. Take take a good take a good look at yourselves in the mirror and remind yourselves that you guys are always beautiful and perfect, and don't let anyone judge you down, because you guys got this for the whole world to see what you got. So yeah, take care, you guys. Subscribe, the usual kind of ordeal. I don't need to say the rest because you know this is YouTube and stuff. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye out. Well, bye out. I was trying to make it. I was trying to say bye out, like say I'm like bye, I'm out. That's what I was trying to say, but I tried. So worst joke ever, but that's on me to blame. So see you later, guys. I tried my best with that joke, but yeah, see you later. Bye.